Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. So unfortunately, for the first time in a couple years, I have the cold. Although I did get COVID-19 three times in between these two colds, but I know why I've been so sick as of late. I'm getting ready for an art show, and I really want to impress the fuck out of the show. And so I'm going to be bringing a whole ton, 1 ton, 2,000 pounds of bismuth art to the show this Friday. And I haven't been sleeping well or eating well as of late. Lately, aside from the fact that I've been too busy to eat, I keep thinking about the cost of everything in terms of bismuth. I'll be thinking about my favorite food. Oh my god, that costs 2 pounds of bismuth. That costs another 7 ounces of bismuth. And it just doesn't seem very appetizing anymore when I could be making something that I could sell or at least impress people at the art show. Bismuth has become like my own personal currency unit. But my I have another problem. A lot of people. Okay, granted, it's a once in a year event. This art show that I'm talking about. But I see a lot of people abusing their bodies, and then they wonder why they get sick, right? And I experienced this at my own workplace, actually. Many years ago, when I was working on my PhD, my advisor laughed at me when I rearranged some furniture in my office so I could stand because I was sitting way too much. Now, I had a little bit of a bully classmate. I had moved into an office with him, and the first day I was using that office, I had looked at this bookshelf and thought these books nobody is using. So I took the books from the shelf and I placed them under my computer screen so I could stand, and that was great. He comes back after class or something, and he starts screaming that his books are missing. Somebody had stolen his books. He jumps straight to why the fuck did you leave our door unlocked? Somebody came in and stole our books. He was so angry. Had he just asked, "Oh my god, where's my books?" I would have said, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize those were yours." That could have deflated right there. But he was so angry, and it caused me to get defensive. I don't know where your books are. I'm sorry. I didn't realize we had to lock the doors. And I decided to walk away from campus, hoping that he'll find where the books are and be done with that. He found them, but he was even more angry. Why didn't you tell me where they were? Well, because you were so explosive, right? I wanted to walk away for you to calm down. The student affairs of the campus got involved, and I was so embarrassed out of my mind about wanting to stand at my desk that I took the hit for it. I ended up getting a warning from the student affairs department. Now, fast forward 20 years later, I had a unpredictable work schedule, and it was really messing up with my eating habits. I talked to my manager a couple times, and finally, I had to bring up the ultimatum. At first I said, this isn't going very well with my eating schedules. I'm gaining a lot of weight. Finally, I have to say, you know what? I'm a recovering binge eater. This is very unhealthy. And finally, my manager was finally moved to do something. So we live in a country where trying to prevent health problems is not a priority. Once you do have cancer, heart disease, COVID-19, eating disorders, oh my God, now we will accommodate you. But you have to get the disease first, right? I just think it's wrong. You know, Granted, after I said I had an eating disorder, maybe there was more of a legal obligation for HR to do something to accommodate the matter. You know what I think? Aside from uh, accommodating people who already have a disorder, I think the idea of accommodating one to prevent a problem should be just as protected as somebody who already has a problem. Actually, I would say even more so. Imagine in 2018, 2019, you had a colleague who decided that he wanted to stay safe from germs, or wash his hands a few more times, maybe have more open space in the office, maybe open a window during a meeting. Maybe they decided sometimes to wear a mask when they weren't feeling well, or all the rest, right? And you fired them, right? Can you imagine how you would feel about that today? Now looking back at it, right? Similarly, someday we're gonna find it crazy that we used to give people a hard time about wanting to have a good, healthy eating schedule around their work, right? Or wanting to stand at their desk. And Here in the United States, we have the mentality that what you eat, what you do, has nothing to do with your health outcomes. Do all the crap you want. It will come back to me when you get cancer, right? We have that kind of mentality, and unfortunately, it's the least efficient way to deal with it, right? It's a lot cheaper to just let somebody stand at their desk than to have somebody be out for a year or two because of cancer, right? Unfortunately, we don't see that. We're a very short-term society, unfortunately, right? But I'm going to say on the record, 20 years later, I still cannot forgive my classmate who came in with an explosive attitude about his books being missing. Had it just been, hey, where's my books? I thought I had my book. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Right. It could have ended just like that. Right. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.